so much for showing up. I know it's early, and I love my mornings. I'm not an early person. Who is not an early person? Thank you so much. I feel you. I know what it means. I would not get out of the bed if it was not my event. I really appreciate you, and I was feeling so sorry about myself yesterday because I said, today I have to wake up early for this. Tomorrow we have a media training and I have to wake up early.
Yes.
And after tomorrow I have to wake up super early because we're flying to Florence.
Yes.
And the day after I have to wake up early again because I have another Global Woman Club in Florence. And the day after I have to wake up early again because I have to come back home. So there are so many, and I have to shift a little bit. Now, let me tell you, long time ago, and I still see a lot of people in that place right now, I was a victim where I was complaining all the time, why this and why that, and I was feeling like really sorry about myself. And you know what? It's so important that we shift that mindset instead of feeling like, oh, I'm waking up early. I feel excited. Oh my God, I have to wake up early because I have something amazing to wake up.
Yes.
Many people, they don't want to wake up because they have nothing to wait for. They have nothing to live for. And I believe you are here, the wake-uppers. Because we all know the world is divided in two parts. One part is full of sleepers. Who knows sleepers around you? Lots. So they wake up and they don't know what they're going to do during the day apart from going to, I don't know, an office and coming back, take the train, watch TV, I mean, there are lots of people like that. But the good news is that there are also many people, like-minded people, like us, who ask questions, what am I doing with my day today? What am I doing with my week? What am I doing with my year? Have I put my goals? How far I'm with the goals? I met somebody, I've met so many of you, but somebody told me just a few minutes ago, said, we have 4 more months. Who told me that? We have 4 more months to complete, oh, Vina, yes, Vina is of course she knows her numbers. She said, we still have time to complete the old goal settings, the vision board. Who did a vision board at the beginning of the year? I attend a vision board with Agnes and Anita. They are great friends of us. Every year they do a vision board, and I loved it this year. We did a big, massive vision board with my partner Ian, and we look at it many times. Yeah. So quite a few of our members, they also had a vision board, and a few days ago I met a few of them, and they told me, said, oh my God, what we have achieved in just a few months with Global Woman is way more what we put into the vision board. And there are women here who never believed that before the end of the year they would have a book, or they would have a podcast, or they would have a business, they would come to a summit to speak, or they would travel, or they would go and connect with amazing people. So it is possible when you don't do it alone, yeah?
Yes.
If you do, nothing can be achieved alone. Now, here's the thing. It's better to be alone than in bad company. It's true, right? Because if you find the wrong people, oh my God, they can delay your journey so much. And they will tell you it's not possible. And what happens? If you believe them, what happens? You are going to tell them they are right. But yes, now when somebody comes and tells you it's not possible, you know what you tell them? You are right. It's not possible for you, but it's going to be possible for me. So we are learning. So today you're going to learn a lot, not only from our speakers, but you're going to hear our influencer members. What does that mean? An influencer member is somebody who has now the courage to come and take this microphone. By the way, this is a big symbol for us because this is where the whole thing with Global Woman started. Yeah. If you want to empower a woman, give her a microphone. Now, is it?
You can read upside down.
Honestly, Tracy, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. Even upside down, if you get a microphone, you feel like it's a placebo effect, you know? From the moment you have this, well, you don't care. Is it working? It's not your microphone inside you is working. Your antenna is working because you feel like you have given yourself the permission to take a microphone. For a long time, we didn't do that. For a long time, women didn't have a voice. They were hiding in the corners. We didn't have confidence. My God, this room is full of confidence. One of the guys told me, he said, your ladies are like, oh my God, full of confidence. We feel intimidated. So ladies, please be nice with the guys, okay?
Nice to the men.
So raise your hand if you never seen me before and you don't know anything about me. We have some new, who is new here first time? Can you just stand up? We have some new ladies here. Okay, stand up. Okay, we have more ladies first time here? Okay, wonderful. So great, thank you for coming. Maybe you are wondering what Global Woman is about. At the beginning, to be honest, who has an idea, who still is feeling like, you feel like it's amazing, but you don't know what it is? I mean, that was me 10 years ago. I mean, I knew I was kind of driving myself to something big, but I had no clue what it is. Have you been there before?
Yes, yes.
You feel it inside you, and you feel you're changing the world, and people are asking you logical questions, and you talk abracadabra. They don't understand this spirituality like universe and quantum physics and united field and whatever, you meditating and say, oh my God, she's crazy. So I had lots of people thought like that, and I said, and they were feeling like sorry for me. So when I started, I took myself in this journey where people would ask me a question, and said, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I feel I'm doing it. And the very first coach that and he was pretending, he was a guy, he was pretending the best coach in the country, I fired him after the meeting. Because I went to him and I said, I had just moved to this country, and I just was so excited, I said, look, I have this amazing idea, I mean, it's not just an idea, I see it. And he started calculating and said, okay, so how are you going to do that? I said, I don't know. He said, lady, you live in a bubble. We have to make a strategy. We have to make a plan, and you have no plan, you have no strategy, you have no idea. Welcome to the real world. Oh. And at the end of this, of this session with him, I felt so ruined and so, he was kind of taking my confidence away. I mean, yes, she was right. I had no clue how I was going to do it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to block. I blocked him I blocked him on Facebook. He kept calling me, he kept calling my son. What happened? Is she okay? I said, leave me alone. Now he begs, and all the people that we have in common, they try to kind of put us together, but somehow the energy that he gave me was like impossible. And I said, you will never come to my Global Woman events. I'm sorry. He is dreaming to come here. And I said, I'm sorry, you made me feel like a shit. I'm not going to allow you anymore. So have you been there where, and maybe he was right, I'm sorry. He was right, maybe because I didn't have a plan. Later on when I got my team, and even my team was saying, okay, you're going to New York. Do you have a plan? I said, no, but I see it. I can see myself walking in the streets of New York. I can see a room full of ladies. I can see excitement. I can see them dancing. I can see it. It's here. It has arrived before I have gone to New York. So all you need is to believe in yourself. Now, there are two factors here. One is believe in yourself, but also you have to also get other people believe on you. And how do you do that? First, you have to put yourself in the right environment. Because yes, it starts with you. Sometimes it's the genes. I think my genes are made up to be optimistic, even though until the age of 25, I was the most miserable person in the world. I was writing poems, and then I asked all my publishers, can you fire and ruin all my books before my age 26? Because I wrote the first book at the age 17, and I was suicidal. I was blaming everybody. The whole world was a dark hole. It was bad, negative. People were terrible. Everything was horrible. And then I realized, in fact, it was me. The world is still the same. We just changed the glasses. Yeah? And then he said, oh, wow, okay. Like Einstein says, the world can be a miracle or it can be horrible. You choose which one you like. So yes, number one is you, but number two is others. The environment has a big, massive factor. So I'm not talking about you, but I'm telling you, if you come to events like this, or you find a place where you feel inspired, we feel motivated, you feel people believe in you, people believe in your products. Even if you have no clue, you're bubbling here. How many times you have seen, if you're a member, raise your hand if you're a member. How many times you have seen members coming here and pitching, because by the way, you're going to hear some pitches today, ladies, and you have no clue what they're selling. Yeah. Many times. I was that person. So don't worry about that. Your job is not to have a clear articulation from the very beginning. At the beginning, you have to have it clear here, because things happen twice. Once they happen here, and then they come to the reality. So slowly, as you start articulating, because here it comes clear and clear as you start speaking about it. If you don't speak about it, it's invisible. It doesn't happen. So as you start speaking about it, your vision starts also getting clearer and clearer. I start speaking, even though I was feeling embarrassed because I was bubbling. My English was all the time, sorry for my English, sorry for my English. I had no clue what I was talking about. Most of the time I had no clue what people are talking about. I would just say yes, yes, yes. They were very English accent, and maybe 80% of the time I would just do this because I didn't know what they're talking. And I still have that problem with my partner. He tells me, you don't listen to me. I said, I am listening, I'm not for nothing. I said, but I told you last week the same thing, and you are asking me again the same question. I said, what did you tell me? He said, I didn't understand. I'm sorry. And then I had to be clear with him. I said, my darling, I listen to you, but maybe listening doesn't mean I am understanding. So bear with me, I am not English. And your English language is very sophisticated. So I feel you, I feel your energy, I understand you without talking, and all the women in this room, absolutely thank you for bringing your energy. But what I'm trying to say here is, like, number one, please give yourself the permission to take the microphone and start talking even if you are not sure what you're talking about. It's clear in you. And it will get clearer for other people as you keep talking and talking and talking and talking. Because articulation takes some time. Because you may know what is inside, but you don't know how to present it. Am I right? Does it make sense? So that's why in order for you to build that confidence, you have to present into a safe space. You have to present in front of people who are like you, are not judging you, and are not talking behind your back. How crazy you are, and how do you think you can change the world? If you think you can change the world, absolutely you can.
Amen.
Absolutely, I'm telling you. You do not underestimate the power of your feminine energy, of your gifts, of your journey. And of course, you will meet many people who will criticize you, who think you have no rights to do what you're doing because you do not have the capacity to do it. Many times I've met many people who she thinks she is. She came from Albania with very little English. She has no clue what he's doing. She has no clue what he's talking about. But you have to stand still even when the world is against you. You just need a few people who believe in you and keep doing it again and keep doing it again, because if you give up, then they are right. But if you keep doing, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've done lots of mistakes. I've screwed many times. One thing I have done right, I didn't quit. So quitting is not an option. If I would quit, they all were right. But if I continue and I improve, you don't need to be perfect from day one. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. And don't compare yourself with other people in the room or in the world. Just compare yourself with your yesterday self. Are you progressing? It's not about perfection, it's about progression. And if you feel that you are doing that, then you're in the right place. This is what exactly we do at Global Women Club. We give women a microphone to express themselves so they can articulate until their message gets clearer and clearer. And I'm telling you, you may go and learn with a coach who may be great, better than the coach that I had at the beginning. Of course, thanks God, I met other people later on, and I have learned a lot, because life is like this. You will meet complicated people, difficult people, but you'll meet also amazing people who see something in you, who believe in you. So stick with those people. When you find them, just stick with them, because these are your supporters. These are people who elevate you. And from the moment that you come here and you start talking, it's so important that because you build your confidence. Building your confidence is key. Then as you build your confidence on yourself, then you'll build your confidence on what you do. because you maybe are very clear to see that big, massive vision, but you do not have the confidence yet to articulate it. That's why build your confidence on who you are and build the confidence on what you do. And then once you put these together, the most important thing is come and practice here. I don't think you find places, other places like this that gives you the option and the opportunity to take a mic. I'm telling you it doesn't, because I've been everywhere. So we'll give you the mic to practice, because it's not, public speaking is not something that you can learn by reading a book or by having a coaching session. I'm sorry. I never had a coaching session ever in public speaking. The best course in public speaking is coming and doing it, and doing it again, and doing it again, and again, and again, and again. So when you do that, then your next step is, how do you articulate your message in a way that people do not only understand that your product is great, because it's not about how amazing your product is, what the product is going to do for them. This is all people want to know. So this is what I want you to practice. Yes, I do this, I'm amazing, please do that, show off, absolutely, you have all the permission to show up, and also to sell. Now let me talk a little bit on the selling part. Yes, everybody here is going to sell. Now, is everybody here going to buy? I'm not sure about that. That's not the point. For me, the point is, women, please, can you sell yourself? Can we just change that subconscious limited belief that, oh, selling is not good? Who is in business here? Imagine how every business in the world, not just your business, would be if there are no sales. I mean, the world would not be the same. Thanks to the sales people and the business people, this world has progressed so much. So it took me forever to understand, to liberate myself that selling is not a bad thing. But the problem is we're not doing it right. So that's why in the Global Woman Club, we teach confidence, we teach public speaking, and we teach selling. Now, again, I don't promise people are going to buy, but many times I've seen people buying. Now, here's the thing. You're coming, all the influencer members, I will tell you what it means, they're coming to buy, coming to sell. And yes, and to buy, we buy each other, I mean, all the time. Even when we say this dress, I love your dress, where did you buy this makeup? Where did you do your hair? Where did you do your face? What are we doing? We are selling and buying all the time. It's the same thing. So the influencer members, they will come and pitch for 1 minute. So those who are not influencer members or guests for first time, you'll listen and you'll find with who you resonate, and maybe you do something similar. And maybe you will feel like, oh, I like that approach. I like the way she does it. Maybe next time I can do the same. So you start picking the best parts of everyone who is somehow reminding you that you have the same gift, you have the same content deep inside you, but maybe you need to find a different approach. So we are learning from each other. The best way then to learn is by doing it. So another thing that happens if you do it over and over again, have you realized if you start repeating, again, you're selling something, you don't expect anybody to buy, but because you start building confidence in yourself and you have confidence in your product now, and your subconscious mind, what it's doing is picking it up, is accepting it, and is also convinced that you are ready to do it. Because your product now might be great, but you are not ready to put it in. So here is a hub where you can allow yourself and each other to repeat, bring the message in, try it again, and now the best scenario is maybe you will start buying and selling with each other, which absolutely great, but honestly that's not the goal. The goal is not for you to come and find a client here, which can happen. The goal is come and practice all the time. Yeah. Connect and learn with each other. And then when you go wherever you go, you know how to do it, because nobody gives you the option for the first time to speak somewhere. Everybody is going to ask, do you have public speaking experience? How can I get a public speaking experience if I don't have the first chance? You'll get the public speaking experience here. You'll get the experience to sell. You'll start building that confidence. And then you're going to smash it. Now, once you've done that, we have lots of other things. Social media influencers. Who is the influencer social media media 30 days program. My God, these ladies have been smashing it. There were a few people saying, I want to learn about social media. This is the way to learn social media. Just come into this club, take your phone and start doing photos or interview somebody on your live Instagram or in your Facebook and produce some content for the next week. And also connect with some other women. You have so much content here. You're going to meet the amazing Andrea McLean. We have her here, by the way. I've been hiding her. And I wanted to make it like a real surprise. And then with Andrea, today you're going to learn much more about media. Who wants to be also visible in the media, have more exposure, and learn how to be confident in front of the camera, how to approach the journalist, how to fit. You are going to learn a lot. And also, we have book campaigns. Who wants to write a book? Who has a book? 10 years, 15 years have been wanting to write a book? Please come. I have an amazing group of women who are writing the book with us right now, and they are smashing it. And they have a target. They started 2 weeks ago, and in October, I'm going to launch their book. And I'm going to invite you. Absolutely. Yeah. They already started selling the book before it's written. Absolutely. They have their funnels. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's so good. Now she has built her confidence. She knows she's great. I mean, she's always been great, but now she started this new adventure. And this is how it works. Even though you may say everybody's doing it, there are so many other people are not doing it. So you are still advanced. So come here, okay? Anything you want, confidence, media, social media, book, podcasting. So Global Woman is all about business. But how do we build business if we are in consultancy and services? This is the way. It's not about going open in the market and selling books outside there. You have to build your digital footprint. And the world is going all online. So yes, come here, because all this content that you produce here and the connections also can serve you when you build your online business. And always make sure that is a combination between in-person and online. Don't isolate yourself online all the time. Get out and meet new people, learn from them, and dress up. Definitely, I'm looking at your colors. I'm very happy. I mean, there are some new women here. Did you know that we love colors here at the Global Women? And lipstick, and you're looking amazing. As women, absolutely, we want to look presentable. Coco Chanel used to say, there are no ugly women, there are lazy women. That was me. Yeah, absolutely, that was me. My friend was a complete different fashion girl, complete different style. And when she would look at me, she said, can you save this dress when I get retired? I may need that because I used to dress up like a retired woman. And she would like be so glamorous, and me and her, nothing together, but we're very good friends. And I said, can you save this when I get 60? So now I know what she means, what she meant. At that time I didn't. So never too late, ladies, yeah?